Hello, my name is The Odd Man, and today in this video that you're watching, I'm going to be talking about the movie Asteroid City and why it is the bee's knees.
Last train to San Fernando.
But before I start, I want to say two things. First, Netflix, the only reason I'm making this video is because Netflix removed this movie from their catalog on April 13th, 2026. Why did they do this? I don't know. That's what, I'm making this video to protest. Put it back, Netflix. What's wrong with you? Also, spoilers for the entire movie. That's the second thing. You may be asking, what's this thing? What's Asteroid City? Well, it's kind of hard to explain. Asteroid City is a movie directed by Wes Anderson and released June 16th, 2023. The movie follows a documentary about a play made specifically for the documentary. The story of, the play in the movie is that a bunch of smart kids and their world-weary parents go to a town in the middle of nowhere called Asteroid City to witness an astrological event. And then a bunch of other stuff happens. Like, there's an alien, and it takes the asteroid that's actually there, and then the government's like, hey, shut that down, so they shut it down. Then a picture the main character took leaks to the public. The government's like, but I guess we got nothing else to do, so they release the quarantine, because then the alien shows back up and gives the asteroid back, and then the town, they're like, well, quarantine's back on, all hell kind of breaks loose.
The lifting of the quarantine, which I just announced, is now canceled, or at least postponed, due to the unexpected new event, which...
And the main character, walks off the set. This is a very strange movie. There's technically 3 layers of story, because you have the play, then you have the fake history made for the documentary about the play, and then you have the documentary, and then technically you have the actual history that happened to make this play, and all that stuff. I'm going to talk about the I'm going to talk about the pretty, and then the funny, haha, and then I'll get to the serious stuff. First, the pretty. Oh, this movie's pretty. Look at all this pretty. Asteroid City is set in a desert, so it's pretty much the best kind of place for a Wes Anderson movie because everything is orange. It's very orange and it's very stylized, but ooh, look at that. Whoa! Not only are the shots really cool to look at, but they're also impressive on a technical level. This is not, you can't do this easily. This is hard. This is a hard thing to do. And they did it, and it looks really good. All the timing and stuff that you gotta get right to get this, good, is so impressive. And, the set, or wherever they were, it's a desert, I don't know how they did that. But it's impressive looking, and it's really good looking, but it's cool, so cool. Look how, if you don't think this is cool, you need to be institutionalized. But also, there's the funny that this movie has. It's not just pretty, it's very funny. It's not really his funniest movie. His funniest movie is Grand Budapest Hotel.
I knew there was something fishy. We never got the cause of death. She's been murdered. And you think I did it.
Hey! But this is up there. This is the shortest section. The problem with this movie is a lot of the funny stuff is really difficult for me to say. There's very few lines intended to be funny, which means it's hard for me to show clips or explain it well, because I, for some reason, can't explain anything. There are some definitely funny scenes that are overtly funny, like Liam Shriver destroying government property and threatening a government agent. I like that. Again, a lot of the funny stuff is kind of it's the background stuff. It's things in the background that it's hard to, I can't explain it. I could show it, but I don't want to show just clips, so it's really hard for me to explain. But this movie it's pretty fun. You have to go watch it first. Oh wait, you can't, because Netflix removed it. What? That's all I can say about the funny. So now back to the serious stuff. As I said, this movie has 3 stories going on, and they kind of bleed together as it goes on. And that's most noticeable with the main character in the play, Augie Steenbeck, or the actor who plays him, Jones Hall, or the actor who plays him, which is Jason Schwartzman. He's not a character, it's the actor. In the play, the character of Augie Steenbeck, who's the main character, is dealing with the death of his wife. That's kind of his whole arc. His arc is to he's super sad, and then he kind of moves on from it, and it's a happy thing. Classic grief story. But in the play, before that could happen, his big climactic moment, the actor who plays him, Jones Hall, walks off the set, and he just leaves the set. He's gone. This is because, in his own words, he doesn't understand the play. The reason he doesn't understand the play is because the person who wrote it, Conrad Earp, weird name, who was his lover, I know they were in love, they'd show that. It doesn't matter. Jones Hall was in love with Conrad Earp, and I'm pretty sure Conrad Earp was Jones, you're the perfect person to play Augie. Why doesn't it matter? Because sometime before the making of this documentary about the show, Conrad Earp died in a car crash, leaving Jones Hall very big sad. And that's why he walks off the set. And that's why he doesn't understand the play yet. because he doesn't understand how the character of Augie can move past the death of his wife, because he hasn't moved past the death of Conrad. And I think that is such a cool idea. That is such a good idea. The idea of an actor being unable to finish playing a character because that character is supposed to move on from their grief and the actor can't understand how the character can do that is such a cool idea. And that's so cool. And it's extra cool because the documentary gives a fake history about the play. At least I'm pretty sure it's a fake history. And for those fake history parts, Jones has to recreate his scenes where he's meeting with Conrad for the first time. So he's being forced to recreate the scene where he fell in love with the person. I said scene, I meant like real life when it actually happened. He's doing this in a play written by the guy he loved who is dead. So every day he's been like rehearsing all this stuff. He can probably just stop thinking, he can't stop thinking about, oh, Conrad, the guy I love is dead. And all this not to mention the other stuff that's happening, like with the stuff with Brainiac, which is his child, and there's also the thing with the alien being like a metaphor for death, because he like takes the asteroid and that's like taking something and it's random. The stuff with Scarlett Johansson, I don't remember her character's name.
Supposedly he did a nude of Mitch Campbell too.
Mitch Campbell.
But she's like a movie star and there's some like character stuff there. I can't explain why I like this. I can't explain the other things that have happened. There's other stuff I tried to talk about, but I failed. I don't know what's happening. Everything's falling apart, and this movie is awesome. And I feel like not enough people are talking about it. And I know this because Grand Budapest Hotel, which is also on Netflix, that movie is probably comfortably sitting there on Netflix's shelves for decades to come. But Asteroid City? Where's Asteroid? It's gone. It's dead. It's been murdered and staked in a back alley like some poor vampire that's not a castle owner or whatever. Why does no one like this movie? This is a very strange movie, but I don't care. I think it's one of Wes Anderson's best ones. It's not as good as Fantastic Mr. Fox. That's the best movie I've ever seen. But it's really up there. It's like top 5 movies for me, ever. I'm not good at explaining stuff. I've figured that out. And I'm not good at explaining why this movie is so good. But if you can, and you like Wes Anderson stuff, or you just like interesting movies, go watch it. Because it's a good movie. And then once you've watched it, tell me where I can watch it, because the fact that I can't watch it is really annoying. I didn't even talk about the ending. I didn't even talk about really the ending with the, like, you can't be asleep.
Freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast.
I don't understand all this.
I don't know what train he's on. Won't you tell me where he's gone?